Our amazing guest today is Cai Emmons. Welcome, Cai. You are a novelist, and you were diagnosed about a year ago with bulbar onset ALS. So you've literally lost your voice. And you'll be texting us in this interview and then translating that into speech, which is just awesome. So first, I want to talk to you about your latest book, Unleashed. This is your fifth novel and the second one to be released this year. And you call the work a metaphor for your developing illness. So although you say there's no biographical pages contained in the book. And so I'd like for you to explain a little bit about that and explain the storyline without giving away all the secrets.
I wrote it during the first year of the pandemic when I was losing my voice. And the story is really about transformation. Just as I was being transformed, I felt as if my body was telling me something, and that I was simply channeling some outrageous story.
How does each character find relief? Well, we have Lou, the mother, and George, the father, and the daughter, Peppa, and each of them are going through so many losses, just as you are. How do they find relief from their pain?
Also, Lou and Pippa follow their hearts back to one another.
Ah, yes, indeed, yes. Coming together, that's awesome. And what role does nature play in this experience of healing?
Well, it takes place during fire season in California. So first you have devastation. And I think that is necessary sometimes for finding a better life.
In the end, toward the end, you have a shocking, fantastical turn of events. But I won't spoil the story. But do these events represent? What do they represent for the characters? Is that something related to their identity?
I think they take on entirely new identities that are no longer controlled by social expectations.
Before turning to fiction, you had a long career as a dramatist, independent filmmaker with credits from A&E, PBS, CBS, and others, and now you're a novelist. How do you continue to make such a beautiful life in the face of total illness?
I feel fortunate to be a writer because it gives me a way of exploring what is happening to me.
You have written that the resourcefulness demanded of ALS patients is no different than that is demanded of anybody else just working through life. How so?
It's true. There are so many workarounds one needs to figure out when all your muscles are weakening, and that is really what we all have to do when things don't work out as we expect. When we don't get the job we wanted, or we don't get the partner we wanted, we find a way to go on.
That's true. That's true. You've written that you don't want formulations in your head to obscure reality. That you want to observe every precious passing moment as fully as you can, and yet fantasy often seeps into all of your work. How do you reconcile fantasy and reality? And is there something beyond us that we really need to know?
Because of our limited perceptual capabilities. And that is what I play with a lot.
Yes. I can see that in the book. It's intriguing. It really is intriguing. The story structure is a little bit unconventional than we're used to. Did you struggle with the shape of that story, or do you find freedom in breaking a lot of the writing rules?
I wrote it without worrying, thinking it would never be published, but I had to write it anyway.
And it did get published by Dutton, Random House.
I was surprised.
Yes, you were. I'm probably not surprised because the writing is that good. You have taught writing and filmmaking at many colleges and universities. And I'm intrigued by your definition of flow. Can you give us your definition of flow in the writing? What's it feel like, and is it essential for you, this flow?
I think that there are times with many activities when we lose ourselves in the work. We almost forget who we are. For me, this makes for the best kind of writing. I am always seeking that level of absorption. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't, but the more I write, the more reliably it comes.
That's a good point. Your tenacity and your grit are truly inspiring to others. So many other writers' troubles pale by comparison, and yet you triumph. How do you break through writer's block and a bad day on the keyboard? What keeps you motivated?
I enjoy writing more than I enjoy almost any other activity than sleeping. I don't really believe in writer's block. If you stick with it, it comes.
Do you have any words of encouragement for writers who feel like that they're stuck in their craft or in life?
Good question. I surround myself with the books of writers I love, and it creates a community that helps me remember I am not alone. Also, I think it's important to get out in the world and find something that takes you out of your head for a while. Walking, swimming, chatting with friends. Cooking, maybe.
Yes, I agree. It's good to have a break. What is the one dream you have for your life?
To die with my loved ones around me and to have Barack Obama read one of my novels.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. And you are chronicling this whole journey in film. What message would you like for everyone to take away from your whole body of work?
I think that my life has been characterized by deep curiosity in everything around me, especially the people. That has given rise to a great love of life. Even now, with this disease, I am happier than ever. It has taken away anxiety for some reason.
Wonderful. It's amazing. Amazing. Well, Cai Emmons, we really appreciate you sharing this journey, your journey with us. You are unforgettable, and I know that so will all of your books be unforgettable too. Cai Emmons, thank you.
I am so grateful for you for having me.
You're very welcome.